All right, so a couple days ago, Cam Thomas was waived by the Milwaukee Bucks, and I want to break down some footage, and I want to give some points and some reasons to why I think Cam Thomas still deserves an NBA shot, and he's not as bad as people think. Now, he does have his issues with being too much of a ball hog and with defense in general, but I do think I want to show some highlights right now. I want to give you some good points and good things he does on the court, which if he were to like keep doing and keep going at like doing these things on a regular basis, I think he'll make a mark on it. His new if he goes to a new NBA team, which I think he will go to a new NBA team, but because people saying him getting cut by the Bucks means that he's just like, you know what I'm saying, he's out of the league now, which I don't really necessarily agree with. And I feel like if he was able to do these things that I'm about to show you guys on a regular basis, I think he'll make a very big impact on his next team. All right, so with this play right here, we can see Cam Thomas is dribbling the ball, isolating on Franz Wagner, dribbling the ball, and as he sees, he can't get back, and also Franz Wagner does a really good job at not necessarily contesting, but he's long, so he's probably going to contest that shot. So what Cam Thomas does really well is he passes the ball to the player in the corner, and he immediately is quicker than Franz, so Franz is a little bit behind him and immediately is going to cut to the basket, a give and go situation, and he gets a wide open layup. This is a very good play from Cam Thomas, and I feel like he should be doing this a lot more with his possessions, like giving the ball and handing off, and again, like giving and going situations where he can't necessarily get the shot right away, so he passes it and then gets a better shot, getting a wide open layup. All right, so on this play here, Cam Thomas gets the ball around half court. Franz Wagner guarding him again. Fake handoff to Kevin Porter Jr., and then now we got Anthony Black switched on them. Cam Thomas gets a screen right here, and the screen really isn't set, but Anthony Black is still behind him right here, and then Wendell Carter has to play the in-between game, so he has to try to guard in between Cam Thomas and the center right here. And Cam Thomas is really good going downhill. He's really quick. Anthony Black is behind him right here, and then because Anthony Black is out of position, Wendell Carter still has to play the in-between game between him, Cam Thomas, and the center. And because of that, Cam Thomas throws the lob to the center, which I think is Jericho Sims. I think it says Sims on the back of his jersey. My apologies if it's not. And then he gets a alley-oop right there. Very nice playmaking read from Cam Thomas. And I feel like if he did this more, he would still have a roster spot. And I feel like he, in his next destination, him being more of a playmaker and running pick and rolls, throwing lobs like that, could help him in the long run. All right, so on this possession here, we can see the ball is loose. Kuzma gets the ball. And then we see Cam Thomas right here, as there's a lot of Hornets. There's a lot of Pelicans and Bucks players in the backcourt right now. So it is low-key a 4v3 right now. So not much in the advantage right here. But even Cam Thomas, when he's off ball, can still make an impact. He cuts to the basket and gets the ball right here. One dribble, and he gets the layup right there and one. Another instance of where Cam Thomas moving off of the ball and not having the ball in his hand to make a play. I feel like if Cam Thomas were to do a little bit more off-ball work, it would really help his career out. All right, right here we can see the offense is being set up by Ryan Rollins at the half-court line right here. And we can see that Kuzma comes up to set a screen right here. Takes the screen, and then we can see Kuzma is about to slip to the basket. And Kuzma's defender ends up playing up on this right here because number 11 is slow to recover back to Ryan Rollins. So he has to play the in-between. He doesn't really play I think that's where the defender messes up. He doesn't even play the in-between game. He just steps up. So number 11 has to chase Kuzma. And then Kuzma gets the ball right here, bounce pass. And then number 11 is behind Kuzma right here. So Kuzma can either go to the basket right here, but Cam Thomas's defender right here is going to play up a little bit, and this is going to give Cam Thomas a wide open layup attempt right here. Another instance of where Cam Thomas doesn't need the ball to score, and I think another instance of him playing off ball really well because he stayed in the paint and was looking for the ball that whole time. Not whole time possession. Once Kuzma was driving to the basket and was in the vicinity of Cam Thomas was looking for the ball. Another instance of him playing off ball really well. All right, and then this play right here is a really good play from Cam Thomas on the Nets. A lot of screen action right here. I think this, I don't know which player that, but he's going to receive a screen right here. And then, so is Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is going to run right here. He's going to receive a screen, and he's going to be in the corner. See, Cam Thomas receives a screen, and he does have a look right here to where he can shoot the ball right here. But he realizes this is Champagne, I think, is going to recover pretty well because he does a good job of getting around that screen. Instead of shooting the ball, passes it to the center, and then Cam Thomas is really quick, has a very first quick step, and he has a good position to run off the screen right here and receive another screen to be even more wide open. He receives a screen right here, one dribble, pull up at the mid-range right there. Very good shot from Cam Thomas. Instances like that with Cam Thomas where the give and go stuff like that, Cam Thomas needs to be doing way more. And I think he fit on the system maybe like the Nuggets or even the Rockets to have centers that can pass the ball. Or even like, I don't know, just teams where the good ball movement. Like if Cam Thomas didn't dribble the ball so much, because that is one of his problems. He is kind of a ball stopper. But in instances like that, give and go situations, very nice plays like that. And like earlier, and I showed in the video, it sucks seeing someone like Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is a very talented offensive player. So in my opinion, I think he deserves another shot. But he does need to work on doing things like this more in the game instead of dribbling the ball a lot and taking contested mid-range jump shots or contested threes. I feel like Cam Thomas really could have like a fair shake in the NBA and not get waived by the Bucks. I think if he goes to a team where he can really embrace like giving and going, playing off ball more, I think he would really succeed. So thank you guys for watching, and please do like, subscribe if you did like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.